Hi, I'm Frank Persico, and in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 basic mods that I made to my 52 Reissue Telecaster over the years, and 1 mod that I made and then unmade on my 52 Reissue Telecaster. I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. Number 1, strap locks. Don't mind the lyrics on here. I added strap locks because, of course, you don't want to be playing your new $2,000 Telecaster and have one of the straps pop off, and you could end up with a broken headstock, a big dent, a scratch, a chip, which incidentally, this thing has just got chips all over it. And I don't know if it's because of Fender's, that they supposedly create these to use like the original finish that they used in the 50s, but it's aged really poorly. This guitar started chipping and peeling and whatnot kind of right away. I don't personally care, and maybe that's just the way they all are, but that's the case certainly with mine. Okay, so the first mod, real basic, strap locks, nicey nice. All right. Second mod, and this I do on any Telecaster I've ever owned. I don't know if the current modern Telecasters already have this done, but I got rid of that recessed input jack, and I'll scroll some pictures across the screen so you can see what it looks like, to like a standard, like a Les Paul style jack. This way, when I'm sitting on the couch, which is most of the time, I could use a right-angled input, cable and sit down without it banging on the couch and ultimately ruining my cable or just creating an uncomfortable playing experience. Number 3, and this is something that I didn't do for quite a while, and that is I added a 6 saddle bridge. I know that plenty of people, and I was one that always said, Telecaster is supposed to have 3 brass saddles. That's the way it is. And I used the original 3 brass saddles for a few years. And then suddenly I started, not suddenly, but I had intonation issues, but I just got tired of dealing with them. So I went out and got compensated brass saddles and put those on. And they seem to make things a little bit better, but it's still just, I wasn't really able to get the intonation that I was satisfied with. So finally, I just sucked it up and bought a new Fender replacement bridge with 6 saddles, had them put in, and I personally don't notice a change in the tone. If there is one, it's not one that is a deal breaker for me. So everybody has a different opinion on that. So for me, 6 brass saddles. Okay, the next one, and this is kind of a big mod. This is the first mod, believe it or not, I think that I did. I might have even done this before strap locks. And that is, I took the 3-way selector and I converted it to what's called the 4-way mod, which is a kind of a common Telecaster mod. And it's where you take, as we all know, this position all the way back here is the bridge position by itself. And then the next position is the two pickups in series, I believe. Then the third position, which is typically the final position on a 52 Reissue Telecaster, at least a modern day 52 Reissue Telecaster, is the neck position by itself, which gives you a real warm, creamy, sweet tone. You could roll the tone back, get almost like a jazzy sound. Well, what the fourth position does is it puts these 2 pickups back together again, but now they are in parallel, I believe it is. See, the series are parallel. I don't know which is which. But what it does is it's basically like a humbucker tone. It's just a more ballsy tone with the 2 pickups, more aggressive tone, and it just adds a whole nother palette of sounds that you can get out of your Tele. And I like it. It's cool to have just a different sound out of your Tele. Now, I believe I bought, you can buy the 4-way selector switch pre-wired. okay? So that it's pretty much ready to go, and all you have to do is solder in your pickups to the soldering points on the four-way, with one exception, and that is you have to jump the ground. When you take out a neck position Telecaster pickup, there'll be a wire that goes from the back of the pickup to the actual metal, this metal plate. You have to snip that wire and then create your own new wire, solder your own new wire to it, which will be your new ground. If you choose to do the four-way mod on your Tele, there's a bunch of resources you could look up online. That's not the purpose of this video. And quite frankly, I'm kind of rusty at it. I don't remember, I did it. I've done it a few times, but it's been a long time. So this video is not meant to give you instructions on how to lift the ground off of your neck position pickup. Just to let you know that that's one of the mods that I made on this Tele, and I probably would make it on any standard Telecaster that I ever have. Okay, the next mod that I made, and this is kind of a weird one too. Well, the 52 reissues come, like I said earlier in the video, they come with this like kind of a weird finish. It's like a nitro finish, they call it, like what the Telecasters used to have back during those days when, 52 when they made these. But on the neck, it tends to be very sticky. And I don't know what it is. It's like tacky. If you read up on it, you'll see that a lot of people say that. Well, so I just got some fine grade sandpaper and really briefly just took off the outer layer of finish off the neck very carefully. I believe it was like 000 grade sandpaper that I used, and it just made the neck a little bit more satiny. I didn't go crazy. I still left a little bit of finish on it. You can see kind of the glare from my ring light over here. So that's something that I did. You may or may not want to do that. And what else? Oh, now here's the last mod that I made, and then I actually went back to the original. I had changed the 52 reissue Telecaster pickup out for a Jerry Donahue, a Seymour Duncan Jerry Donahue pickup. And the story behind that pickup is that's a pickup that Duncan made to recreate a pickup that he had in an original 1952 Telecaster that he didn't want to, I don't know if he didn't want to damage the pickup or he didn't want to take it on the road anymore and risk having something happen to it. So they made him this pickup, and in my opinion, it was a good pickup. I used it for a while. It had a little less trebly high end, a little bit more thickness in the mid-range, but to me it was a little bit more dull, which was okay when you're playing out live using that setting, depending on the sound you want. It was okay, but what I felt like it did was I felt like it kind of diminished the sound of the two pickups together. And that's the sound that I really like out of the Telecaster. So I went back to the original pickup that came with the guitar, and I've been happy with it. I don't think I'll ever change the pickup again. I think this guitar is just going to be what it is. I've had it now, I don't know, it's got to be about almost 10 years. And yeah, I'm happy with it. So I'll make more videos about this guitar because there are some pros and cons, things that I like about it, things that are compromises, like any guitar. But yeah, those are the mods that I made to my 52 reissue Telecaster. If you want to comment, feel free to do so. If you'd like to subscribe, this channel has videos of me performing. It has got some guitar lessons. It's a little mixture of everything right now as I kind of establish myself in the YouTube community and gather in all of the things that I find interesting about guitar and put it on this page. Have a great one, and I will see you soon. Take care.